Hello, I'm Ron Saunders, and this is my work here, and it's from a series that I call Someday We'll All Be Free. And it started when I actually faced issues about mortality. Both my parents died within 2 years of each other, and I'm a photographer, and I don't particularly like standing in front of the camera, but I decided it was time to look at myself, and I started by looking at my heritage. And this process is done without a camera. And it's done on photographic paper in the darkroom, so I can control the light and the time and the exposures. And what I do is I lay down on the paper. And I've been working by myself, but my work is getting bigger, so I'm going to have to start getting some assistance. But I basically lay down on the paper, and when you do that, you're blocking the light from actually hitting the paper where the object is laying. And it's light-sensitive paper. When you develop it, you get the reverse. This particular image is actually the reverse of the original because, as I said, the light would be blocked so that the face would actually be white because the light couldn't hit it, and this part would be black. But I took that piece of paper and put it on top of another piece of photographic paper, and light goes through paper. And I wanted the effect to be very graphic and very strong, and that's why I laid it out this way. You can also see some more of my work at the Oakland International Airport in the corridor between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. And I also do this work with plant life because I've been very interested in not only my culture and my heritage, but in where we all come from, what we're made of. And the plant material is a way of looking at life very closely. And things are revealed in the plants that you can't see necessarily. And in fact, even if you come and look at this more closely, you can see detail in my hair that you won't be able to see if a camera takes the photograph because the light's going through the thinner parts of the hair, so you can actually start to see the curls. And so this is the work. Beautiful. I was inspired by my grandmother, who is still alive. She'll be 94 this year. And she used to sew all the time. And she was always doing very creative things. And I was inspired by that. And as a kid, I used to paint and draw all the time. And my mother inspired me in a different way, so on the rebellious side, because I wasn't paying attention to my school grades, because I was bored. I focused on my art, and they decided at the age of 12 that the art had to be taken away, and I decided, no, I'm going to find another way to do my art. And so I continued to do art on the side, and almost secretly, but I did it on the side, and then in high school I discovered architecture. So I decided I could still be an artist and go into a professional field as an artist by doing architecture, and I ended up becoming a landscape architect. Thus the interest in plant life. So I sort of approached my idea of becoming an artist sort of the rebellious side. Being told no meant that I was going to do it anyway. And also just being inspired by watching my relatives. And my mother actually sewed a lot too. And after she died, I actually was shown some work that people pulled out of the closet and showed me. So even though my mother tried to get me to deny the artistic side of myself because I was told I couldn't make money doing it, I decided I was going to pursue it anyway because there was something in me that needed to be expressed, and it's coming out very strong right now.